Last summer, several students from Hostos Community College participated in off-campus study programs, and they're being given the chance to showcase their works at two upcoming shows at Hostos' gallery. The shows are titled Enrama and Mass Cultural Unlabeled, and they'll be featuring multimedia as well as contemporary exhibitions. Here now to talk more on these events and the month-long exhibitions is Professor Sarah Sandman and student Elijah Richmond. And thank you so much for coming and sharing with us.
Thanks so much for having us.
It's got to be an exciting time because this is an opportunity to showcase some very positive work.
Yes, oh definitely. You know, this experience at Mass MoCA, my co-professor Catherine Lewis and I, we both teach in the digital design and animation program at Hostos, and we took these 14 students for 12 days to North Adams, Massachusetts, which the Mass MoCA used to be an electric company factory making all different types of parts, and it closed down in '85, and North Adams, which was a town of 7,000, there were 3,000 employed by this Sprague Electric Company, and so there was a huge economic hit to the region, which was already kind of struggling in the Berkshires. And so the government of Massachusetts helped start in the early 90s the Massachusetts Museum of Contemporary Art. And this summer there was an exhibition there called The Workers, which was an international survey of artists' perspective on labor. And we were housed in an empty warehouse, and we got to come in with all of our equipment and set up our design studio. We are with the Bureau for Open Culture, which is a Berkshire arts organization. And Professor Lewis and I authored this program so that there was a single line of inquiry, which the students were asked to look around the Berkshire region, talk to different artists, musicians, dancers, and find out what is a cultural worker. And something that they really discovered was it's not about money, but if you love what you do and you love your work and you're bringing culture back into the community, that was a huge part of the theme.
And Elijah's shaking his head, and I'm bringing him in here now. And obviously, you had the experience. What was the experience like for you?
It's a completely different experience from being in the classroom. You're like one-on-one with professors that are normally busy. And most of the time, like when you schedule office hours, you only have about 5 or 10 minutes with them. But on this design intensive program, we were with them for 2 whole weeks. They were always there. They were like doing the planning behind the scenes, and we didn't even know. We're just there thinking it's going to be a great time. It was definitely intensive. Every single day there was like something new to do.
And when you talk about what new to do, what do you mean? What were you actually doing?
We were doing interviews. Like when we did interviews, it was very it was quick. Like we had to set up quick. We had to make sure the cameras were right, check the mics and everything. And it was just an amazing experience to like actually be there and understand like what makes these people happy and what they enjoy doing, and like regardless of the outcome, they're just going to keep doing it.
So share with us, how long did it take you to get students acclimated, prepared, and ready to rock?
Well, they found out about it in June, and they boarded the Peter Pan bus from New York to North Adams August 1st. And it was a nice collective of students with different skill sets. We had musicians, we had animators, we had graphic designers, we had illustrators, we had a historian with us. And so when we were conducting these interviews, which the interviews were with local artists, you know, in the community, we interviewed a saddler, a soap maker, an organic farmer, a jazz choreographer, and trying to kind of understand what makes these artists tick. And looking at this culturally rich area of the Berkshires, and also kind of comparing it to the Bronx, which is also culturally rich. And these students are up-and-coming cultural workers. And so what's really exciting about this show is being able to come back to the Bronx and share our experience there, because we actually had an exhibit at the museum. And we came in, we're wearing t-shirts right now, but we went to the museum and they gave us visiting curatorial artist badges. So to come into a world-renowned museum and be handed these badges was really validating as artists, to say, you're at the same level as us.
Right.
You know, we respect you. And we went into people's homes and their art studios, and they were really welcoming.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, because I walked by you guys in the hallway and I saw you guys and I thought, wow, they got, badges. Where they're from, and
and we left them blank.
Oh, okay.
So that people can fill in what they are. So I'm a visiting curatorial design education advocate.
And you're a visiting curatorial
animator.
Yep.
Okay. So pretty exciting there.
Yeah.
So give me the whole rundown. The gallery, you got the gallery, and then today the exhibition starts?
Yes, tonight is the opening from 5 to 9, and it's another example of incredible collaboration between the students.
Yeah.
Last night one of the artists couldn't be there, and so we had 4 different students on the floor putting together her piece, making sure everything was there. And I mean, that's been really the most beautiful part of all of this, is to watch them get outside of the classroom, form this community in another community, and really help each other survive in a new place. We were living in communal housing, which maybe you want to talk about that.
Yeah, well, how are you living? I mean, was it?
It was good at first, and then everyone, like, because of everything that we were doing, digital students, everyone is on their laptop, and there were a number of times where the power just went out. So it was like a constant resetting of the power. I think there was one night where we had to do it like 4 times. And it was just so that all of us could get work done, and then we had to come up with a system. Okay, you're on the computer now, let me know when you're done. And, come by my room, let me know, pass on the files, and I'll continue work until. Right. So it was like we had to essentially become a business in that one house where we efficiently communicated with everyone and let each other know what was done and what had to be done in order for everything to be complete.
What would you say to other students about the experience? Somebody who maybe has not had it, they're watching television today, saying, "Listen, this might be something I'm interested in." What would you say about the experience?
I would say overall, it's an amazing experience. It's not like being in classroom walls. It's very interactive. You have to get out there and speak to people. And even if you're shy, it kind of helps to break that. It shows you that your classmates are there to back you up. You should be there to back them up, and just shows you the support that people have.
Pretty interesting. So for people who want to find out more information about this, how do they find out?
Go to hostosdesign.com.
And you'll be able to pick up all the information.
All the information. Everything that's going on in our department, you'll be able to find out about the music department and the digital design and animation.
Now, this particular exhibit is running for a little bit more than a month.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So October the 5th through November the 12th. And the gallery is 10 to 6, and it's going to be at the Longwood at Hostos Art Gallery. We want you to come on out and check that out, and then have a wonderful time. What's the future plans hold?
What do the future plans hold? Well, you know what? We're trying to plan for next year's, and we're hoping to go to the Walker in Minneapolis and also work with an art organization, the Culture Club, that works with homeless youth in the Minneapolis region. So that's what we're crossing our fingers for next year's plan. So.
Best wishes with next year's plan.
Thank you.
Best wishes for this opening that starts today, October the 5th, starting at 5 p.m. The opening's reception, and it'll go from 5 to 8. And we encourage people to come on out and be a part of it. Thank you so much for coming to share with us.
Thank you.
All right.